You wake up, check your phone, make coffee, and commute to work. On the surface, you are actively choosing every step of your day. But if you've ever found yourself reacting out of anger, doom scrolling for hours, or repeatedly putting off your goals, you've likely felt a disconnect between your conscious intentions and your actual behavior. This diagram outlines the reality of human cognition. The tiny 5% sliver represents your conscious mind, the part of you setting goals and making logical plans. The remaining 95% is an automated biological operating system. Your conscious mind processes about 40 bits of information per second. Meanwhile, your subconscious handles roughly 40 million bits per second. It scans your environment, regulates your heartbeat, and executes daily habits without requiring your attention. We see the raw power of the system in clinical trials through the placebo effect. When a patient accepts a belief that a sugar pill will cure them, the automated system treats that belief as a biological directive. The brain then alters the body's chemistry to promote healing, bypassing conscious logic. If a hidden system is dictating 95% of your daily actions and can physically alter your biology, you have to ask a very uncomfortable question. Who originally wrote the code it is following? Your subconscious acts as a high-speed biological operating system. It executes hidden code with mechanical precision, regardless of whether you consciously chose that programming or inherited it from your environment. The human brain begins writing its initial programming from the moment of birth. During childhood, your mind acts like a sponge, recording every environmental input, how your parents handled stress, how they communicated, and what they valued. Take a look at the environment in this photo. A child growing up in a calm space, surrounded by reading and engagement, absorbs code that equates the world with safety and learning. Contrast that with a child raised in a household defined by shouting, financial stress, and anxiety. Their developing brain writes code optimized for survival. Fast forward 20 years. A new career opportunity arises. The brain raised in a supportive environment sees a chance to learn and accepts the challenge. The brain programmed in a stressful environment interprets the unknown as a threat and generates a reason to decline it. This creates an internal conflict. You can have a capable adult intellect, but if you are still running childhood survival software in the background, your system will override your logic. Recurring adult failures and self-sabotage rarely stem from a lack of potential. They occur because your biological hardware is executing outdated instructions flawlessly. You cannot fix a complex system blindly. To rewrite your code, you must first run diagnostics to find the hidden bugs. The most effective diagnostic tool is a daily thought journal. By writing down moments of frustration, anger, or hesitation, you start to spot the recurring loops. You move the automatic process into conscious view. But observing these automated routines requires focus. To see the loops clearly, you have to temporarily starve the brain of its easiest escapes. Infinite scrolling, constant notifications, and binge-watching are forms of digital noise. They flood the brain with instant dopamine, masking the anxiety and discomfort generated by your underlying operating system. You have to step away from the screens. Disconnecting removes the static, exposing the base programming that actually governs your behavior. This schematic shows the biological mechanism used to overwrite your old code, neuroplasticity. When you consciously choose a new behavior, a new neural connection physically branches out. As you stop repeating the old behavior, the original pathway dims and weakens. Practices like daily mindfulness and focused gratitude force these new nodes to fire. They shift your internal state from a stress response to a growth state, anchoring your new mindset into physical biology. You can accelerate this process through specific visualization protocols and mirror work. By clearly picturing the outcome you want or speaking your goals out loud, you provide new data points to the system. This works because of shared neural circuitry. Functional MRI scans show that the same brain regions activate whether you are physically performing a task or vividly imagining it. To your subconscious processor, these internal electrical signals are indistinguishable from real-world data. Visualization is effective because you are installing new experiential data directly into your hardware, training the system to recognize a new reality. In the 1960s, plastic surgeon Dr. Maxwell Maltz published a book called Psycho-Cybernetics. He observed a specific biological timeline in his patients, It took them an average of 21 days to mentally adapt to their new physical appearance. That 21-day window applies directly to the formation of new neural pathways. You need 3 uninterrupted weeks of daily conscious repetition for the new connections to physically lock into place and compile. Once that window passes, the heavy conscious friction disappears. The updated software runs natively in the background, making your new habits automatic. You did not choose the childhood environment that wrote your original script. However, you possess the biological root access required to overwrite it. Start your 21 days today.